Well, staying with the Sudan situation, some analysts have expressed optimism about the AU's mediation push and believe the institution bringing a fresh approach has the potential to make a meaningful breakthrough. CGTN's Nick Mudimba has more.
Tens of thousands of people have been killed amid what international organizations are calling the world's worst displacement crisis. Since the onset of the conflict between the Sudan Armed Forces and the Rapid Support Forces, several diplomatic peace efforts have been initiated. But so far, there's been no notable progress. In fact, the conflict continues to expand, and the warring parties have ramped up their determination to end it on their own terms. Analysts feel the AU will take a different approach to those earlier efforts.
With AU coming in, they're saying AU is coming in as part of our brothers in the African Union that we plead allegiance to and in an attempt to broker this peace. So in my own estimation, I think that particular trust issues will more or less decimate. They will now start seeing more friendlier faces, more common faces, people who understand their own problems and who, with clean hands, are ready to broker that peace bona fide, or what we say in utmost good faith.
The first big peace effort, known as the Jeddah process, was fronted by the US and Saudi Arabia. Despite several ceasefire commitments being made, they were never there to. Another was by the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, IGAD, the regional bloc to which Sudan belongs. But this also ended in failure. In Cairo a few days ago, the Democratic Bloc, which is aligned with the army and the rival faction Takadum, held talks. However, the Democratic Bloc refused to hold joint sessions with Takadum, accusing it of sympathizing with RSF. Ojwang says the AU might be able to do things the other mediators couldn't.
I think African Union coming in is an attempt to first and foremost buttress that particular spirit that Africans are indeed able and are well placed when it comes to matters looking for their homegrown solutions, but also to come in with clean hands and say all the interests can first be put aside. Let us look at the interests of these warring parties, and now we are going to see a situation where the two parties will be able to meet.
The UN Security Council in March passed a resolution calling for ceasefire during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. The RSF did not respond to SAF head Abdel Fattah al-Burhan's condition that the paramilitary group withdraw from provinces they had taken control of. The regional bloc, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development, or IGAD, said the parties, in spite of failing on ceasefire, committed to participate in a joint humanitarian forum led by the UN Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. But until now, nothing has happened. All eyes will now divert to the African Union, which is launching another bid to end the war in Sudan. Nick Mudimba, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.